All right, ready to do this?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Game on?
I've got cuts and blisters from sweeping and trimming the courts today.
Let's roll. Ready to go?
Yes.
Show number 69. Here we go. As always, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be located. It is August the 21st, 2018, and we are here for our 69th show. 69.
Wow.
Big number.
What's up, Djokovic fans?
Show number 69. We're here, and I hope this is a good one. So this began early this morning with a ton of comments. So we're going to do our absolute best to make sure everyone's comment is mentioned, and we're gonna push forward, and we're gonna push forward through this relatively quickly, hopefully. And if it goes 4, then it goes 4. If it goes 3, it goes 3. Hey, sometimes 3 out of 5 sets we go deep, right?
Right.
We might go deep here. We might go deep. As always, thanks to everyone here. If it's not for you, then we don't do this. So a big shout out to everyone out there watching. Again, we do this no matter what, and we have for a lot of years under our own roof. But in order to have some type of little fanhood following, to share it with you is absolutely awesome.
Is that your chicken that's cooking, Justin?
I don't know.
It smells good.
All right, probably is. So yeah, we had something in the oven. I put it on low, so that way when we got done with this, then it's ready and the kids can eat.
It smells good.
You know what I mean?
You did big things while I was teaching.
Big things. She went to the court with the kids. I stayed home with the lame foot or the lame leg, but nonetheless, I was ready to make this show. Let's go. We're gonna get this done. So again, it's an honor to do this. Some of the tennis minds here are absolutely extravagant. So all thanks goes to all of you. Thank you for watching, and thank you for keeping us involved in something that we love to do. Right?
Definitely, yeah.
All right. Always have to say that. That's big time stuff. So, oh wait, we kind of got the best fans, right?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, there's a lot of Djokovic fans here, and the Djokovic fans have proved that they really and truly are the best fans.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where the hell are the Nadal fans? Come on. I'm not a huge Federer fan. I'm a Nadal fan. I think there's one, but I think they're even with Nadal and Djokovic.
There you go. I agree. I think there's been like -1 Federer fan. Like -1.
And I don't get it, because the guy is the greatest of all, in my opinion.
All right, so moving forward, we have obviously a lot of very tennis-minded individuals here. A lot of big-time, heavy-hitting.
They do come up with a lot of information and a lot of factual stuff, not just opinions.
Yeah, so for me, I must admit that yesterday I mentioned that Djokovic's best year was 2011 and could markedly be the best year ever in tennis history.
They schooled you.
Man, I got drilled on that. Like, it was the look. I wrote this down.
It was not just the look. There were several people.
Oh, yeah, they were like, what? 2015, huh? And I'm like, yeah, no. Look, if I was serving for the match, I just dropped serve and then got beaten in the tiebreaker in the 5th set, and I was up 2 sets serving for the match. No excuses. You played it well, and I squandered the opportunity, and I got drilled.
Yeah, you did. And good that they're on point, you know?
Tough
that means they
customers
care
in
about tennis.
Tough customers in here. You know what I mean? That's all right, because I'm going to keep fighting. Let's go.
Yeah. You know, I even watched a match today. Djokovic. I was showing Djokovic today.
Djokovic and Wawrinka, right?
Yeah, and I got to say, Wawrinka's my number 2 guy. My number 2 favorite.
What was that, 2016?
Yeah.
2016?
And you know what? I'm hoping Wawrinka is on Novak's side this year.
Look, all I know is if
I am hoping, actually I'm going to say this, that Wawrinka wins the U.S. Open.
What? You think she thinks Wawrinka's going to win the U.S. Open?
I think Wawrinka's won 2 of his lands against Djokovic. Djokovic does not like seeing that man on the side of his side of the draw.
Possible.
I'm hoping he wins.
It's possible. All I know is I'm going to use a metaphor for here. Doing what we do is research. You know, the research that we should do is kind of like footwork in tennis. You know, like Federer played the other day and his footwork was just sloppy. So my footwork, the research I did on the 2011 comment that I got drilled by the look on, crappy footwork, well played, no excuses. I don't know what happened there. Totally just squandered that point. I smashed my racket. I did all types of stuff that I now regret. But nonetheless, I got schooled on that one.
You know what, though? Okay, they know I'm not the biggest Djokovic fan, but for him to have 2011 so dominant and 2015, that's pretty impressive.
Very impressive. What's not impressive is I got drilled on my own comment.
Hey, I didn't do the research. I wouldn't do research. Too much research unless I have to, you know, find a way to prove my point.
Oh, but wait a minute. I think Rajesh drilled you on your Australian Open comment talking about... Let me rephrase this real quick.
Not only Rajesh,
no, whoa.
I had Kia also.
Okay,
I had a Stimpy Boy and AJ.
Let me rephrase this comment. So she starts out her argument, shooting from the hip.
I'm sorry, I just got excited about it.
Oh, yeah, she was excited.
I got excited about it, and I put my foot in my mouth, and I didn't mean it that way, which I explained it to them later.
Foot in mouth? That's like a curable disease. You had an infectious dosage of...
Look, if I was a professional tennis player, honestly, for me, the #1 slam would be the U.S. Open. I wouldn't care about the Australian nor the French. Wimbledon would be second.
You're eating your own words again.
So, I'm just saying me. I'm not saying that it's not important. I'm saying me. If I was a professional tennis player, for me, U.S. Open would be #1, Wimbledon #2, Australian 3, and French 4.
All I know is she comes out talking about, why is it a big deal if someone won 8 Australians? No, her players won 11 French. That's like an oxymoron.
And I'm not fighting that. I agree with that. Yeah, I'm not fighting that. I'd rather have Roger Federer's Wimbledons than Nadal's 11 French Opens or Djokovic's 6 Australian Opens.
All I know is...
I'm just telling you my opinion.
All I know is I got drilled yesterday, admittedly, and she got schooled.
And then...
I got beat 4 and 4.
Doesn't Roger Federer have like 6 U.S. Opens?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
That's very impressive. All I know, she got bageled, and I got like a 4 and 4 defeat.
I didn't get bageled. I don't get bageled by anybody.
Okay. You better wait till,
just saying,
wait till my leg heals. Show you what's going down here.
That'll be a long time, baby.
Are you serious? I could beat you on one foot left-handed.
I feel bad for you. No, don't even say that.
All right, moving forward. We have men's and women's qualies going on today at the U.S. Open. First time I've ever had the privilege of watching the U.S. Open from the qualies.
That was pretty cool.
Forward,
that was pretty cool.
And I'm not paying for it. Believe me, if it was an extra cost to get something such, I could read it as equally. So it was nice to have it on.
You know what? I actually, watching these qualifying rounds, I actually put myself, when I did the challenges, I put myself in their shoes and I said, you know what these guys must be feeling, everything they're going through. They're grinding it out just to try to make it to the main draw. Bravo to them. To all of them, even if they lose.
So I'm gonna mention something real quick. Guess who's in the qualifying? I've had Wainam Chia. Is it Wainam Chia that was laughing at me? Was it Wainam Chia? Yeah. Wainam Chia and Carla have been laughing at me for the past 2 months, because I keep mentioning Lisicki. Wainam Chia got me last night. Lisicki, you keep mentioning her. Carla laughed at me yesterday. Are you serious? Then Stozier might as well come back. So guess who's in the qualifying? Lisicki's in there. Okay? So all I know this, and I know this is a fact. I swear, if Lisicki makes it through qualifying and makes it to the second week of the U.S. Open, someone in here is buying me a new tennis racket. Mine's all cracked up. I can string it, but if someone's buying me a tennis racket.
Perhaps you should stop throwing your racket over the fence.
Okay. I got laughed at for a long time. She's in qualifying. But you know what? I wrote this morning, and now it is this evening, and she lost her first. She lost.
I told you. You're better off bringing back Jennifer Caprati. She has a better chance.
Let's go, Lisicki.
Bartoli with her plus weight has a better chance than her.
All right, so look, I'm 0-2 today. I got drilled on the 2011 less 2015 Djokovic year, and then I got schooled on Lisicki. I'm losing my credibility. Not even cool. All right. Sucks.
That's all right.
That's all right.
Nobody told you to pick Lisicki, so.
All right, quick rundown on notable qualifiers for the U.S. Open. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready? Lisicki lost. Again, I wrote this morning, so I'm going to just politely scratch her name off. Bolter, the English girl, but I think she's playing her...
she lost?
No, I'm saying notables that are in the
okay.
qualies. I haven't seen the results of these today.
Because the British crowd is expecting a lot out of her.
Yeah, so Bolter, and she's playing another British girl, and I haven't seen the outcome of that match. But just a notable quality match. Zane, Bouchard, Patty Schneider at 39.
Bouchard was up 3-love when I came upstairs.
Bouchard up 3-love. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
And her Instagram picture of her.
Yeah, even the commentators were talking about a
naked booty.
Yeah, even the commentators were like, "Oh, did you see her last Instagram?
Naked non-booty.
Did you see her last Instagram post?" I'm like, "Who cares? Just show the match. Can she play or not? Otherwise, I don't care." You know what I mean? I mean, whatever. All right. Anyway, so what about Patty Schneider at 39 years old?
She's my age.
Let's go, Patty.
Impressive.
Lepchenko, she already won. I saw that.
Good for her.
Lauren Davis.
Good. She had a good run last year against Halep.
What about Vera Zvonareva that's in there?
Good for her.
Let's
I like
go.
her.
Maddox Sands.
I like her too.
I like her too.
She's feisty. I like her.
Hopefully she mends, and she's got a beautiful service motion. She has a really beautiful serve. Watch her serve. She stays set. She has a really nice serve, Maddox Sands. I
like her. I really like her. She's the best commentator.
Yeah, she's a great commentator. I don't particularly care for her outfit choices, but you know what? She has a really nice serve. Check it out. And then lastly, Heather Watson. So
she was a promising junior. You know, there's also a mother of two playing. First time in history, mother of two playing in the qualifying rounds.
Who?
I forgot her name. She used to be a professional player when she was 17, 18, got married, had kids, and she decided to come back to tennis. That's awesome to see.
Freaking great.
I forgot her name. I do recognize her face. I just don't remember her name.
On the men's side, notable qualification members or quality matches, and those that are notables to get into the main draw. Bernard Tomic, unfortunately, he lost a little while ago to Kokkinakis. I like both players. Tomic's been through a lot, and I hope that Tomic gets back into the kind of quarterfinal, semifinal realms. He used to go deep in a lot of tournaments. Unfortunately,
you know what? At least he's realizing it that he's gotta try to get back into tennis. You know, he's like Kyrgios, but maybe he's opened up himself now to want to be serious, I guess.
Yeah, I wish the best for Tomic.
Same here.
I really do. Wish the best for Tomic. Tommy Roberto, veteran.
Did he win?
Yeah, he won.
Good for him. I love him. I love his one-handed backhand.
Nicholas Mahut, the gentleman that took Isner like a trillion to just 2 games shy of a trillion.
He won the French Open doubles, I think.
Yeah, that was a long match. Oddly, Isner hasn't been involved in the 2 longest matches ever in the history of mankind. Bimelins, Gulbis. Gulbis lost today. Zot, Bolelli, Felix Auger-Aliassime, the Canadian kid that's 17, or he just turned 18. Ivo Karlovic, the big server. Stokowski, same difference. And Jurgen Melzer.
There are 2 Melzers are in the qualifying.
Let's go. So that's some notable people playing in the qualies. New viewers today, 4.
That's awesome.
Let's go.
And of course, you're all Djokovic fans, but that's okay. I still respect you. They're all Djokovic fans. What does that say about Djokovic fans?
Dark Knight. Dark Knight.
I like the name.
I'm gonna give you a Uzni salute.
I love that. Dark Knight.
Let's go. B-Dog02. Uzni salute. Got you.
I think we got another chick, right?
Summons 256.
That's a girl. That has to be a girl.
Uzni salute. Kane Srbljanovic. Uzni salute.
He became my favorite viewer. My favorite viewer. He did with his comment.
Go. Kane brought pain today.
I know, he did.
Kane brought pain. All right, CBP today. All right, let's go, Kane. All right, we are going to get into user comments, viewer comments relatively quickly. I have to make a couple of points real quick before we get into that, because then I will forget that we need to go back to that after we get done with this, because there's a lot here. You're going to read a lot.
I am. I'm just making sure I start in the right place.
So while she's looking,
I got it.
I would like to reiterate the important, well, not reiterate, I've never said this before. I would like to stress the importance of shaking someone's hand at the net properly at the end of a tennis match. Or at the end of anything in life, but in particular, tennis. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I guess I'll give you what...
Well, these were 2 American players. One's 18, one's 24.
Okay, yeah. I was trying to decide if I was going to tell you what happened first and then what led me to think about it in the first place. Okay, so earlier today, Carla and I were watching the 2016 U.S. Open final between Wawrinka and Djokovic.
Brought me back a lot of memories when I was jumping on the couch. I was like, yes, Wawa, yes! And Novak looked deflated. I was like, yes, Wawa. Twice.
Anyway, so we were watching.
I'm sorry, I get it. Just like AJ Malfoy said that he gets excited when Federer loses, I was like, yes, Wawrinka.
All right. Anyway, I'll do.
Sorry.
Okay. So it was a really interesting day, and I remember it like it was yesterday. I don't mention the match because of what I'm getting at, but after the match finished is where I'm going with this. Wawrinka and Djokovic went to the net and they shook each other's hands. They like shook hands and then they separated and it was like an embrace.
That was good to see.
I mean, you can't ask for better sportsmanship than what I saw in the 2016 handshake at the net. To me, forget about who won or lost. I don't care that Stan won it. I don't care that Djokovic lost it.
I'm sorry.
Whatever. All I'm saying is that simply the moment in which, and you know what? Wawrinka didn't even fall on the ground.
No, he was graceful.
He didn't roll around and crawl around on the ground and do a bunch of stuff.
He didn't go.
I don't mind that, but even they said it was cringy, right?
I agree with them. It's
I agree.
Weird.
It's weird.
It's like Venus going like this.
It's more Roman, like at the bull ring. It's like you're like egging the bull on to come charge at you. I mean, it's cool. I'm not going there. No disrespect.
Look at that cool bird.
Because I'm really having. You want me to film it?
That's a nice bird.
Oh, he just flew away. Here, I'm gonna show you bird.
He's looking up at us.
There he is. All right, he's a good guy. All right.
Oh, ooh, this fish jumping, so you know he's looking for that.
All right.
Yeah, you know something. I learned a fact today about Wawrinka that I didn't know. When the commentator was questioning Wawrinka in the final when they presented his trophy, he said, "You have made it to 11 finals, not Grand Slams, but 11 final tournaments, including Grand Slams, and you have always won your 11 finals." That means anytime he makes it to finals, he wins.
That's an amazing statistic.
That was incredible.
And well, at least that was at that point in 2016. I don't know what's happened.
Well, he got injured after that. Remember, he had knee surgery.
Yeah, so 11 finals, 11 wins. That's an amazing
record. Well, he hasn't made
record.
a final since.
That has to be a record in of itself.
That was impressive. Djokovic should thank him for the 2 that he could have had. He could have been at 15.
He'll get there. He'll get there. He'll get there for sure.
And then he took away 1 from Nadal.
Well, maybe many in retrospect.
1. No, they went to a final where Wawrinka won.
There was a girls' or women's qualifying match today, and it was between 2 U.S. players. One by the name of Pegula, and the other one's last name was Day. Pegula versus Day. The match completed. One girl beat the other one pretty decisively, like 2-1, 3-1, or something.
3-1. Whooped her butt.
They approached the net. They did not extend hands. They pump faked each other.
No. Pegula actually came out to extend her hand, and the other girl went like this, and she realized that, so she put her hand back.
After the match, it was media covered, and it was asked why you didn't shake hands with each other at the net. Well, one girl says, "I was sick and I didn't want to shake her hand." However, she systematically turned to her left and shook the referee's hand, no problem.
Obviously, someone tried to coach her, but
right.
They forgot that it was on TV that she extended her handshake to the umpire. So you're telling me you didn't want to get the player sick, but you wanted to get the umpire sick? Obviously, it was BS.
Anyway, not that it really even matters one iota, but the fact of the matter is sometimes we get wrapped up in the moment or something, and then it's over. No matter what, it's over. Sometimes it's best to just shake hands at the net. And
I actually had to tweet. I don't tweet, but I had to tweet to that person. How could you not handshake? Why you're a sore loser? I had to do it. I had to do it.
There are times where she beats me on the tennis court when I've been up 5-2 in serving, and somehow I end up losing in a tiebreaker. I get really I get really mad. I do. And I don't even want to ride in the same car. I would assume just walk home. But at the same point in time, you have to shake the person's hand. And when you don't, it makes really everyone around you think you're nothing but a schmuck. So never pass up an opportunity to shake the person's hand at the net. I mean, after all, the battle's over, right? I don't know what the time
we're at 20 minutes almost.
We're doing good. You know what I mean? Anybody, in my opinion, is someone that snubs the handshake is nothing more than a circus clown.
You should have.
Don't need it.
Even if you win, lose, it doesn't matter. You should always shake that person's hand, because if they beat you, well, they were the better person that day.
All I know is when I saw that great act of sportsmanship between Wawrinka and Djokovic from 2016, it was a tearjerker.
Yeah.
Tearjerker.
You could tell that Djokovic really respects Wawrinka more than Federer, in my opinion.
At the end of the day, the moral of the story is court conduct on and off the tennis court is absolutely imperative in life, no matter what. You want to be a good tennis player, good court conduct. You want to be a good person, a decent human being, as someone said in the comment, good court conduct. Try to do it all the time. We're humans. We can't do it all the time. But shake the person's hand at the net. At the end of the day, it's just a game.
Yes, it is. It's just a game. It's done with.
All right. So, anyway, moving forward, Carla, you have a lot of reading that you're about to do. I mean,
and I'm going to laugh at this first one.
She's got a lot of reading to do.
Because I like that you admitted to this.
So, like yesterday, Carla will read everything. If this goes 3 shows, then I'm sorry again. It may even go 4. There's so many comments. We have yet to figure out how to condense this into less.
Well, I don't think we want to condense it. We want to, you know, they take the time to write it. It should be read.
So here, yeah, our take on this is that there's not many tennis fans like those of us that talk this way every day, and there's not many of us left. So I feel like if someone wants to have a voice, then with all these other shows with football and everything else, I want to try to deliver that, because I think it furthers the greater good to help the game flourish once again.
Right. I mean, football is on all day. Baseball, same thing. So why can't we do the same for tennis?
So, and also, if it's too long, I always think that you can just hit pause and finish it a later day, or if we go through lulls in tournaments where we're not doing a lot or not shows every day, then you can go watch it then. But nonetheless, I don't want to cut off anybody's comments. I think I'll just dig deep, let's go, and read them all, even if it goes 5. I don't think it'll go 5. But
you ready for the first comment?
All right, I'm putting my notebook down. I have a note here. Carla reads discussion questions, and I'm going to be here a long time. Let's go. All
right, this one's from AJ Malfoy. He was the first viewer that made a comment. He said, all right, first of all, I do respect Roger Federer. How can I not? He's probably the greatest player of all time. However, I don't like him. Here's why. Roger's articulate, eloquent, media savvy, too accessible, too much commercialized. He has become a culture industry of mass media. Everything sells about him. Media loves him, and that has been painful to watch. As a Novak fan, I watched the media turn Novak into a villain and Roger into some sort of god, and I resent him for that. I hate his nice guy persona when he's really arrogant. I'm not saying arrogance is a bad thing. You don't need to act like you're so humble. At least Novak is openly arrogant and gets criticized for it, but Fed is praised despite being arrogant. As I said, not a bad thing. When you're as good as these guys, arrogance comes naturally. Furthermore, I've just come to hate Fed, as Novak has played him so much. I can't get the hate for him during the match out of my head, and every time we beat him feels sweeter because I know we're battling the crowd and the media whistling playing him. Even though Novak has winning head-to-head against Nadal, as well as 24-22 winning head-to-head against Roger, gives me so much satisfaction because it feels like a win against the media and fake tennis fans who just go with the crowd and support Roger. Don't know if this makes sense, but it's just how I feel. In stark contrast, I actually love Nadal, and if Novak isn't winning, then I like to see him winning. If Novak wasn't a tennis player, I'd probably be a Nadal fan and dislike Fed all the time. All the same. Wow. Well, I'm glad to hear that.
That's Malfoy, right?
Yeah, he's entitled to his opinion. Like I said, he's entitled to his opinion. I respect that. I'm not a huge Federer fan.
That's well done.
But I can understand why some people might find him annoying, you know? It's hard to like, okay, maybe it's jealousy from fans. Maybe it's because they can't stand that type of, you know, Federer is a classic looking guy, like I said to them. Federer, I mean, he represents eloquence. He is marketable, like he said. He's got the nice hair. He's got the nice family. Heck, he even had 2 set of twins. How perfect is that? 2 boys, 2 girls. What more can you ask for? I mean, what else? He's won so many slams. Everybody loves him. He speaks many languages. He's smart. He has more money than any other tennis player in the world. And when he's done with tennis, his legacy will continue. Oh, and a faithful husband. On top of that, looks like a good dad, as well.
Yes. First of all, before I even say anything, I don't know how anyone could say anything any better than that. I mean,
No, he said it well.
I thought the comment was exquisite. Whether I agree with every nook and cranny of it, I can't say that. But I do understand one thing, is that when someone becomes a little too showy or too big for their britches, as my mother's mother would say, a Southern lady back in the day, she's getting too big for her britches. You ever heard that?
Yes.
Sometimes this happens, and look, if I had $600 million, look, I'll say it. If I had $600 million or $1 billion or whatever Federer's worth, what I would do is
he's a billionaire, close to a billionaire.
I would keep enough so we can sit right here and do this daily, and whatever happens to the rest, I hope it helps somebody. Some people don't think that way, and I'm not saying Federer does or does not.
But he helps people out, just like Djokovic does.
I understand that. But sometimes when you see someone that goes from a grinder on tour and all of a sudden it's just all about advertising, sometimes it sways you. It's like there was an old rap group, and I'm not calling out a rap group. I used to write some rap music. Outkast, and then they sang this hardcore stuff at one time, and then it was all mainstream. So you think someone sells out is all I'm saying. I don't even need to bring that up.
I don't even think Federer sold himself out.
But I'm not saying he did or did not. But I understand what he is saying.
Yeah.
I mean, he's basically saying, I mean, he's not saying he started out hating the guy. He was like, every time he's around, it's like this. Okay, wait, here's a fact. She was playing a tournament when we first met, and she was playing in a singles final, right? She never dressed up in nothing. She'd come out in garage sale tennis skirts and abused sleeveless cotton shirts with Jordans on. And she'd go, and her opponent came out one day and pulled up in a limousine. Did she not pull up?
This was doubles, actually.
It was doubles. Well, same. Anyway, their opponents pulled up in a limo. I mean, a limo. Like, got out, and there was like this whole, deal, man. It was like, oh, here they come.
My sneakers had holes in them. They were like the cheapest Prince sneakers you could buy.
She had like holes in the toes of her shoes all the way through. You know, her socks were showing. She destroyed them, and it was so. All I'm saying is sometimes when people are so flashy, pulling up in their special order Benz and their 7-carat Rolex, sometimes people are like, hey, don't forget about the guy in the trenches that's kicking butt too.
But I don't think, I'm sorry, but I have to disagree. I don't think Roger Federer is flashy. He's not flashy at all. You would have to say that about somebody like Agassi. Roger Federer's like Sampras. They're kind of low-key. It's just that people like him. They like him. Fans like him. You know, at first I didn't like him because the same way you felt with Nadal. I'm a Nadal fan, and I felt the same way about Federer. I couldn't stand every time he won. You know, anytime Nadal would beat him, I would jump. I was like, yes, it was a celebration. So I get what he's feeling because I felt the same way when he would beat Nadal. And when Nadal would beat him, for me, it was a celebration. I thought, man, here's this guy. He's too perfect. Everybody loves him. He wears Nike well. So I get what he feels.
Did he use the word grandeur in there? Grandeur?
No, he did not.
That's someone else that did that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at the end of the day, though, I'm totally objective. I get where people would think that. But from the 17, 18 years that I have followed Roger start to finish, I really would think that is the total opposite.
He's a good guy. I'm sorry, guys.
Of the intention.
He's a good guy, and that's a fact.
And I want to state the facts on either side. And yes, it looks that way, and it may very well be that way. But from 17 years of watching Federer play advanced juniors into now, I've never been led to believe by anyone that's ever been close to him. Not that I've met his best friends, but people that are on a weekly basis conversation with the guy, that he's really a good guy. So I'm gonna disagree with the fact that he's sold himself out.
He didn't sell himself out. The reality is that he's like Serena. They're marketable with Nike, just like Sharapova is. They're marketable. Djokovic, well, now with Lacoste, he is.
So anyway, at the end of the day, give Roger a shot. Again, I'm a Djokovic fan, and I'm a Federer fan and a Nadal fan.
Yeah, I respect Djokovic. I'm a Nadal fan, and I like Roger Federer. You have to respect all three of them, what they've done for tennis. What Roger Federer has done for tennis, amazing. 20 Grand Slams, you can't take that away from that man. What Djokovic has done for tennis to win all these master tournaments, to beat the top 2 guys, amazing. You know what I mean? 13 slams is no joke. And what Nadal has done, the king of clay, I mean, he dominates on that surface. That's his surface. That's where he trained. That's where he comes from. And a lefty.
Well said. Well said.
I'm sorry. You got to respect all 3 guys. You can hate one, but you got to respect. Even I have to respect Djokovic.
Well said. We're at 30 minutes. We're going to make this part 1. This may get much longer.
Well, there's some people that make comments after his comment. So, we don't have time for that?
No, we're gonna run out of time. So we're going to go immediately into part 2. Again, if you haven't seen this before, my phone only records to about 33 minutes, and I have to stop and then restart. So this is part 1, and part 2 is coming up immediately. So stay tuned for that. It's coming right up. Again, if you stop here, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Thank you for everything. Share the video, like the video, and subscribe below. Some days we don't have the best shows, but some days we do. So take the good with the bad, and hopefully we meet somewhere in the middle. Let's go.
See you in a bit.
All right.
Hasta pronto.